Suffocation? How are you doing today?
Doing great. Not bad at all.
Cool. It's actually my first time seeing Suffocation this evening, so what can we expect from the live shows?
It's chaotic, it's like a real controlled chaos. Everybody's pushing really hard, but
Controlled chaos. I like that.
Right.
Controlled.
Yeah, everybody's been working really hard on their abilities, for 2 decades. So we're really comfortable at a difficult level.
Yeah.
So it's fun. We're having fun. The people, they give us the energy. We give it right back. It's great.
Cool.
Yeah.
And you've got John Gallagher from Dying Fetus fronting Suffocation on this tour, right?
Yeah.
How's that been going?
John's great. He's a good longtime friend. I used to play in Dying Fetus like 12 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And help them out and stuff, because I'm from West Coast America and he's from the East Coast America, so I helped him out 12 years ago, so now here it is 12 years later, he's helping me out. So yeah, it's great. John's been a dear friend. He's really a brutal vocalist. He's an intelligent musician, so it's very easy for us to get him worked into speed, get him caught up.
Yeah.
And it's been great. He seems to be having fun. He's brutal. The fans accept him. It's like if you like Suffocation, you probably like Dying Fetus. So we thought this would be a good opportunity.
Yeah.
We could stay home, but we just put out the record. We did a month in America. John jumped in and did a few shows, and then Frank couldn't make this one, so we were like, fuck, we should probably still come. Let's grab John, and it's working great. It's working great.
And so Frank's still obviously the main vocalist of the band. He's just taking the time out for
Correct.
this tour, right?
Yeah, he kind of, he's got one of those really good jobs.
Yeah.
And unless you're willing to work 150, 200 shows a year, you probably want to keep your insurance. And he has a daughter, and so for him to do the right thing by her, keep the insurance right, be there for her. In order to make the right type of money with Suffocation, he'd be never home. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things where he's got the really good job. They let him take, a few weeks, a couple times a year. Yeah. So it's really like, okay, let's use him in the States, then we'll use Gallagher in Europe, then we can come back. We're taking Frank down to South America. Okay. And then I think the next time we can come back in Europe, we'll bring Frank. So it's just a matter of coordinating. It's just a matter of coordinating and trying to, get him when he's available and make sure we give all the territories as much Frank as we can.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That's great. So your bass playing technique is quite unique. It's almost like a cello. Like,
Upright.
How did that come about? Why did you decide to play like that?
Funny story. I used to be a regular stance, right-hand player, and my leg was broken so severely that I was forced to switch my footing, like a skateboarder would have to stand goofy foot or regular foot. So, and one day it was just so heavy, and I hadn't walked for 4 months, and I just put the bass on the ground, and I was like, oh shit. This is cool. Yeah,
I like how you say funny story and then talk about breaking your leg.
Yeah, not so fun at the time, but it's interesting how it came about because, it was an accident.
And you carried that on, you prefer to play that way now.
Now that I have, full use of my leg again, I have both. I have my right stance and my left stance. Okay. So it all worked out. Yeah, it all worked out.
Great. So the album, Pinnacle of Bedlam, it's kind of been considered one of the best albums you've kind of done so far. After being, together for so long, how have you managed to produce such a successful album?
It's just the energy was really right. Sometimes everything lines up and everybody feels really comfortable. We had a great time writing the material, everybody getting together and just everybody getting their hands involved and not just a one-man show. And it just worked out great. It was one of those things where, we were really comfortable, really proud of the material. Everyone was performing properly. It was just came together just right. Yeah, it was great. It was fun, super fun to write, super fun to produce, and now we have the final product and everyone seems to enjoy it, so we're fortunate.
Sweet. It's like I said, you've been together a long time. Is it 20 years now?
It's 25 years since the band started.
Wow, 25 years. I saw Frank said in an interview once that Poison and other hair metal bands kind of came and went. Death metal's still here.
One and done. Yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why does death metal stay so relevant?
It's got to be the perseverance. It's like we do this because it's in us. Yeah. And we love what we do. The people love what we do. So it's one of those things where you're not just going to be one and done and one hit wonder. It's like, what? If each of the records they liked the last one and now they say they like this one even more. So if you have that trend going on, why would you stop? Unless we're like, wait a minute, we wrote our masterpiece and we can't, but we're not done. Like, we could still write even crazier than that. So we're not scared about that type of thing. So it's just keep that perseverance, keep the energy inside yourself that that people feed off of, and we can feed off of each other. It's a good thing. We got it going on.
Cool. I like that. So, what's next for Suffocation? What have you got planned?
Well, so we dropped the record. We did like a month in the States, in North America.
Yeah.
Come over here for a month. We got like a little bit of time off. Then we're down in South America, and we've got some like interesting stuff going on. I don't know the timing per se, but like some Central America shows: Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Mexico City, stuff like that. And then there's plans to do Asia, Australia this year, but it's really all circumstantial. If Frank's going to be available, it's something we can do.
Yeah.
If Frank's not available, then we can go down the line and say, hey, John, are you interested? And it's pretty much, this is going successful with John. So at first we heard, if Frank's not there, we're not sure we want to work with Suffocation, but this is totally working. So I don't see them getting cold feet, so to speak.
So there's plenty in the pipeline.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot going on. And then once we finish this year, then next year Frank will have, more time available again. So then we can really think about, let's pick and choose our battles. Do we want to go and do some big festival stuff in Europe? Do we want to kind of hit some territories that we haven't seen in a while? Like it's important to go do Japan. It's important to go do Asia, Australia. If you don't, the fans start
visit those places.
Gorgeous places to be, and also the fans are hungry for you. They haven't seen you in a while, so it's good.
Cool. You've inspired obviously a lot of other death metal bands. Do you see yourself as like pioneers of death metal, or especially tech?
Well, every musician draws inspiration from somewhere. So whether or not we took it from the Slayers and early thrash, Metallica era, those really chunky guitars and stuff like that. So being that if the kids of today like what they hear, they pull a little bit of this, they pull a little bit of that. So, it's definitely, an honor or flattery anytime you see someone using something of yours. It's funny, though, sometimes they misconstrue what you were doing, and they have a different version, and sometimes they come up with something original. Okay. So, it's obviously an honor and a flattering position to be in when anyone uses anything that they think is good that you do. So it's,
Of course, cool. Well, looking forward to the show tonight.
So
really can't wait. And thank you so much.
Very good. My pleasure.
Lovely to meet you.